welcome back to my channel, I guess. So today I finally decided to film the video that I did a poll on my Instagram about what is my biggest life goal. Now when I look at goals, I always try to be as realistic as possible, because I know if you pressure yourself way too much, you're not going to achieve that at all, or you're going to settle for something that is not as good as something that you could have achieved if you just tried a bit harder. Honestly, my biggest life goal is to start a career in modeling once again, because that is something that I feel so passionate about, and it's something that I really enjoy doing. And to answer that question, that's the first thing. And I honestly also want to complete my degree. It's something that I think is going to be the new biggest achievement in my life when I complete my degree. I also want to do Miss Namibia in the near future, because that is also a goal that I have in my mind. I want to achieve something like that. Yeah, so my biggest life goal would be to be a very good mother one day, and be a mother like my mother was to me and still is to me today, to me and my sister, and be the person that she is. And it's honestly always difficult when people ask you this question, because you're thinking like, you know what, I'm honestly not thinking past just getting my degree or just doing this or just getting this task done, but it's very important to sit down like now and talk about these things and just think about them again, and think about what is my purpose, why am I doing all these things. And it's important to sit down and think about this, because sometimes we get so busy with everything else that we forget about why we're actually doing all these things to achieve something greater. And I feel that it's important to remind yourself of your future goals and remind yourself of your life goal for yourself. So yeah, that would be my answer. Someone asked me what was my biggest achievement in my life. I would say my biggest achievement is probably something I'm also going to be talking about in this video, and that would be when I went to Italy for my modeling. I feel that was the biggest achievement, because the choices I made there, I felt did a really good contributed a lot to the person I am today and how much I've grown up in the process. So I think that would be my biggest achievement so far. The other one I got asked was, how do you handle a breakup? Now, girls and boys, this is something unfortunately we all have to go through. This isn't something that you're going to skip in your life, unless you never decide to be in a relationship with anyone. Don't try to rush anything. Don't try to do things very quickly, because it's not going to happen. Remember, it's something in your life that's completely different now, and it's something that you're not used to anymore. And take that time to find out once again who you are without depending on someone. Find out what you like to do without anyone else. I know some things aren't fun to do alone, like going shopping, for instance. I hate going shopping alone. It's just not fun for me. And I also hate driving in a car alone, because you can't talk to yourself. You can if you wish to, but people are going to drive by you and we're like, what are you doing? So that would be my advice. Just try to get your mind off it, and remember, it's a slow process. It's going to be painful, it's going to hurt you, and you're just going to learn so much afterwards. You're going to know what you like now, what you don't like, what you're looking for in the next person, what you're not looking for. Just remember, it's a very slow learning process, and it's something you have to go through sometimes. I know it's not nice. I know it doesn't feel good. I know you don't feel good about yourself, and that's completely okay. Just remember that it doesn't determine who you are, it doesn't determine your worth, and it doesn't determine anything about you. Just because that person doesn't want to be with you anymore, or you don't want to be with that person anymore, it doesn't matter, because you have to make choices that make you happy. And if it doesn't make you happy, then don't waste your time or your life with it. Don't waste your time or your life with someone that you know you're just wasting both your time. You know, that's not going to benefit you. Just be alone for a bit, you know, don't rush into another relationship, because that's just going to end completely wrong, and maybe it's not even the person you should be with because you're just so scared of being alone again. You don't see it now, but I promise you will see the light at the end of the dark tunnel, and it will get better. Everything will get better. Okay, so that answers, I hope that question is answered. The next one I got was, what I'm going to talk about now is quite a long subject. It is about my achievement in life. Someone asked me, why don't I do modeling? Okay, so modeling has always been something that I have loved so much, and it's always been something that it's always been part of my life. Modeling has always been a part of my life, and it's a very big boost for yourself if you have very low self-esteem. So what happened was, in 2013, I was grade 8. I entered this, what's the name? Something Championships of Performing Art. Something like that. It's always in Windhoek. I really honestly can't remember the name. It's been a few years now. And I had a previous Miss Teen Namibia, Colette Rousseau. If she's watching this video, I miss you so much. She helped me with my technique a bit, because she had this amazing walk and she had so much confidence. And being a grade 8 girl, I was like, oh my goodness, she is just like my inspiration. I want to walk like her. I want to have the same confidence as she does. And she helped me a bit with my walk, and she just kind of taught me the basics of catching their eye when you're on that stage. The competition ended. I didn't get any gold medals. I only got silver and bronze. It was fine. I was a bit discouraged, but you know, you can't always get everything you want. So I thought, okay, well, this has to be a sign. This has to be something that is telling me, like, you're not supposed to go to Los Angeles, you're supposed to go to Italy. I came in second in 2013 at the New Model Today competition in Walvish Bay. There was a girl before me, beautiful tall girl. I think she deserved it. Like, in all honesty, she deserved to go. She came in first, so if she couldn't go, I was going to go. Okay, I was happy, because I thought, like, you know, okay, next year maybe my chances are going to be big, and maybe next year I'm going to do this again. I'm going to try this again, because this is something I want to do. If you get this opportunity, you're going to take it. You're not even going to think twice about this. You know, you're a kid. You don't really think about all the things that come with it. So I was just like, I'm going. If they're going to ask me in Walvish Bay, do you want to come? I'm not going to think twice. I'm going to be like, yes, please just put me on airplane now. Happened, and I got chosen as one of the 5 girls. I got chosen as the girl who could go if she wanted to in June, July. So obviously I went, but I didn't want to make this seem bad at all. I didn't want to discourage you. If you want to do this, please, it's such a good experience for you. It's so good for you to grow up, if I can say it like that, because you are thrown into very, very deep waters, and you have to swim on your own. There's no one that is going to bring you a lifeboat. There's no life jacket. You have to do this on your own. So long story short, I went to Italy from June to July for a month, and then again from end of August to September for a month again. So I was away for 2 months. My school was super, like, they were so understandable about the whole idea that some of the teachers, not that I had any time, because, you know, we were running on a schedule for, like, we went to sleep at 2 a.m. when we had to be up at 6 a.m. Guys, this is actually a video that I want to do completely separately, because it's so much that I want to say, and there's so little time because this video is already at 25 minutes. So yeah, if you want to know about my whole entire experience in Europe, apart from what I was telling you now, like, I mean the whole entire thing, then please let me know on my Instagram. That will be linked below, or in my comments or anything. Please let me know if that is a video that you would like me to elaborate on a lot more and explain every single part, like, in detail, because I feel this is a completely different video that I would love to make, just to tell you all about that. I'm going to move on to the last question. I'm just quickly browsing because this is an extremely long video. So the other question I also got was, where did you learn to do your makeup? When I was, like I said, when I was in Italy, I had a few hair and makeup training periods, if I can say it like that, where they taught us a bit about makeup and hair and everything. So you could say that I had a bit of training in Italy, and also I learned a lot from YouTube, and I learned a lot from Instagrammers, and I learned so much from social media doing makeup, and just feeling comfortable with it, and just learning myself, actually, because I was learning from the brushes. When I started, I didn't have an idea of what brush to use for this and what to use for this and how do you cover this, and I really started researching, and I started learning different techniques and everything, and I was just so excited because this was something that I felt like, you know, this is actually something that I can use. And I also struggled with acne. I'm still struggling with acne a bit, so I wanted to learn how to kind of cover that up, and how to feel comfortable, and how to just go somewhere and just be comfortable with how I look and who I am. And again, I really want to make this clear. You don't have to have a perfectly clear skin to feel like you are accepted in society. You don't have to have the thinnest legs and the thinnest arms and the thinnest waist and the perfect hair and the perfect eyes and face and everything to be accepted in society. You have to remember, you cannot change the person that you were born in. You can't change the person that you are meant to be. You have to remember that this is something that no one can take away from you. No one ever has the right to make you feel like you are not acceptable and you are not beautiful. And just remember, every girl has someone that they aspire to be, and I know I'm guilty of this too. We always compare ourselves to people on Instagram and to people on Pinterest and people on TV and everything, and that is something that you should really not try to do, because I feel that no one is ever going to look the same. No one is ever going to have the same body type. No one is going to have the same eating plan. No one is going to ever be the same, and that's the beautiful, beautiful glory that this world is. No one has to be the same, and that is so exciting for me. Like, I meet new people every day, and I see new people every day, and you should just remember that that is not something that you should feel captivated in, and forming into this idea that society created for women to look like, for girls to look like. You are beautiful as well. A boy or a girl watching this, you are beautiful as well. And do not let anyone, and I mean anyone, tell you that you are not accepted in society because you look different, because that's just not fair. Okay, and the other question that I want to talk about as well, someone asked you, what's the most scariest thing you've done in your life? Guys, scariest thing I've ever done is skydiving. I know a lot of people love it. I loved it, but honestly, it was so scary. Like, near-death experiences. I know how you feel now. I actually went skydiving for my 18th birthday. I had no idea that that was like what was going to happen. My parents made a whole like weekend for my 18th birthday. We did a lot of stuff and it was so much fun. But skydiving was what happened on my birthday. Now, it was so scary, like honestly. If I could insert clips of the video, I'll make sure to do that. It was so beautiful and it was such a gorgeous scenery, because we dropped out of the place where I think it's not Sandwich Harbour, because that's very further past Wellfish Bay, I think. It was just like the actual Swakopmund scenery that I wish so many people could see. When you jump out of a plane, it was like almost the exact division of the sand, the dunes, and the ocean. It was like there wasn't anything, honestly, that I've seen that was more beautiful than seeing that, because it was so calm. The wind was so calm, and it was just in that moment from you fearing your life because you're dropping out of an airplane into that blissful moment that you just, it's so quiet and the wind is so quiet and you're just like sailing above all of these beautiful things. So that was the most scariest thing for me, because I feel like jumping out of a plane is completely insane. But you know what, it was so much fun, and I had so much fun because it was such a good experience for me. I don't know if this was a girl that asked me this. I'm not sure. Someone asked me, I think it was a girl. I think it was one of my friends actually. Someone asked me, how long did you get to, or how long did it take for you to get your license? Now I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna be quite honest, because we're all human, you know. We all go through things differently. I got my license on my 5th or 4th try, but I know it was a lot. And you know what? Not all of us are lucky enough to get our license on our 1st try, and that's completely fine. If you are at your 6th try and you are so miserable, or your 8th try and you're so miserable because you feel like you're not going to get your license, don't worry, girl or boy. You will get your license and you will be able to drive in your own car pretty soon. To be quite honest, I was like a pro in parallel parking because I had to do it so many times and I had to practice it so many times, and I don't use it today. Like, I can parallel park to save my life. If there was a fire and I had to parallel park, or someone was holding a gun to my head, I wouldn't be able to do it. Maybe if they were holding a gun to my head, that's pretty unrealistic, but anyway, you know what I mean. Because I would literally stop like 2 miles back from where I want to be if I have to parallel park. Because why do you want to make your life difficult? Because people are going to start staring. People are going to start staring. And they are really just like, don't look at me, because my life is a struggle and I can't find anywhere else to park. So why do you want to make it difficult for yourself and just go park somewhere that's easy for you to get in and get out? So yeah, in all honesty, it took me a while to get my license, but I'm a happy driver now in my little red car in Swakopmund. So that is all questions that I think I'm going to answer now, because I am running a little bit low on my time. Please let me know if the modeling please let me know if any of the questions that I just answered is something you would like me to elaborate on and do a separate video, because I think there are a few questions that I would love to talk about a bit more. Sorry if I didn't answer your question. I am running a bit low on my time. I chose the worst possible time to film a video in the afternoon because I have to run like in 5 minutes. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope I answered your questions like you wanted me to. Please let me know in my Instagram, that will be linked below, or the comment section, if there's anything else that you would like to see or anything else that you would like me to film. I love you all so dearly, and thank you for watching.